So I'm sure you already heard that John Lewis is banning the Trump inauguration because he considers Trump an illegitimate president. Russia hacked this and that. Um, he originally said this is the first time he's ever missed one, which we all know that he missed George Bush 43. He missed his too because, of course, he was a Republican and he wasn't a legitimate president either. But what you might not know is he's been part of Georgia's 5th district since 1986. Okay? The member of the House of Representatives for that district. Now, that's a district that for over 170 years has been mainly represented by Democrats. And of the 170 years, only 11 years has a Republican or non-Democrat held that seat. So the last one was 1973 that a non-Democrat had that seat in the House from that district in Georgia. It's a highly liberal district. If you want to look at the stats on this stuff, over 40% of the time since 1986, he ran against nobody. Nobody ran against him. So if you want to think about it, he's been put in without being contested since 1986. He keeps running, and they just keep putting him in, and there's nobody even running against him. So he's not going, and it really has nothing to do with Trump, and more to do with that John Lewis. He's not open to hearing the other side's point of view. And in a lot of ways, we know he went and he walked on the bridge in Selma, and he actually got hurt in that. But I would argue in a lot of ways that there's a part of him that is still out there on that bridge, or that he left a part of himself there that he never got back, that he's still fighting that same fight. And in a way, you have to feel for the guy. I mean, he's been carrying this weight around for, 50, 60 years? So he doesn't want to see Trump succeed because he and all the lefties, they want to keep America divided. So he calls Trump's attorney general, Jeff Sessions. He calls him racist. He calls Trump racist. All the lefties, they call every Republican racist because basically that's all they got most of the time. Here, Jeff Sessions and John Lewis are arm in arm on the Edmund Pettis Bridge. This is the 50th anniversary of Bloody Sunday, and they're together arm in arm. So yeah, Jeff Sessions, he's racist. So what's going to happen is Trump he'll reunite the America that Obama worked so hard to divide, and people will stop putting a label on everything. There'll be no black people, no white people. Everyone will just be people. Okay, everyone will just be people, and that's basically the way it should be. Is we should, if you label it, you keep the divide there. If everyone's just a person, that division goes away. And maybe if we all pray hard enough for John Lewis, maybe he'll find a way to come off that bridge, because he's still fighting. He's still out there on that bridge. He's still fighting that same fight, and he doesn't realize that real change comes when you can see the change that's there and then expand on it. He's still the same fight. And look, you can see the weight of all this on his face. If you look at this is his arrest photo from 1961, and you compare it to just 2 years later, his arrest photo in 1963, you can see the weight all of this has had on him. You could just see it in his face. And you can see that still today from him. He's still carrying the same weight. And things have changed. Maybe there's a ways to go still, yeah, but things have changed. And I'd like to see him see the change, acknowledge the change, maybe see another person's point of view for a while.